Okay, so we're back here at this wool job once again. Had to take a week off there. I was extremely sick there for a few days, so just now getting back to work. But anyway, let's turn around and see what we're getting into. We are now on the upstairs, so let's take a look. This is one of the rooms. Little closet area there. Right up here. I'll get back here so you can kind of get a view of the whole room here. And you can see this doorway right here runs straight out to the hallway. Typically there would be a head seam right there, but as I stated in the other video, I run this job where there was absolutely no head seams. So this actually runs all the way out here, and there will be a long side seam right there, and then another side seam in that doorway there. This will be a big cutout we can use on steps or whatever. Also, it runs all the way down into that cubby there, so there's gonna be another big cutout there. I don't think I actually measured any for the steps because I was allowing for all these cutouts to do the steps. This is the other room, almost the exact same layout. Cubby down on the end, wall. The hallway does not run into this room. The room actually goes past the hallway here, like so, because there's no bathroom on this side. So the room goes all the way up, no huge cutout on this end, and we got this little area right here. However, this is not getting carpeted on this side. See if there's light. No, there's no light in there. But anyway, we'll be stopping right here. I'll probably just take that, turn it right down there, tack it into that, or something. I don't know what he's wanting to do there. I might just let it flap over in there a little bit and staple it straight down. We'll see what happens. But anyway, 29 footer and a 23. Same thing over there. 29 footer goes from that wall all the way to here, and then 23 foot goes from that wall all the way up to here. So even amounts, and then we have our hallway piece right here, which is like a 5-foot piece. So these steps, I am just a little bit concerned about. I'm doing good. How are you, Jonathan? Okay, so these, I don't think that's going to be an issue right there, the height. But I'm wondering about wrapping right here. I'm hoping there ain't. This sticks out just a wee bit past that, not past it, but further down. So I might have to cut just a wee bit long here, just so I can tuck that back into there just a little bit. And then that'll be fine there. So this will be the only thing I think I'm a little bit concerned about right there. It's not too crazy. See what I might do. I might just take and run a little rounded edge on these right here. That's what I might do before I even put the carpet on it. That way it'll hold up a lot longer instead of having this square edge. I'm sure that's what I'll do. I'm planning on doing that. So I'll just bring a little rounder and on each one of them steps. Give us maybe a little half-inch turn there. It won't quite be that. It'll be half of it. It'll be half of this right here. So it'll actually stop about right there. But that right there would be nice for the carpet to run on. So that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, we have got the pad down up here so far today. Almost. Fixing to get it in there. And after that, we got all the carpet in the van. We'll bring it up and be able to make some seams anyway today. All right, just a little top secret trick. If you ever dealt with any jute back and wool pad, you know that it definitely gets a grip on the pad and it's hard to slide around. You gotta get some major air under it, or else, ta-ta, you can just roll it out over some plastic. And then once you get it all lined up, like moi, fold it halfway over, get it out, fold it halfway over, and get it the rest of the way out. Slides around like it's on ice. Just a little helpful hint. Okay, so we got everything padded. These couple seams made. We got this seam made, and we got this seam over here made as well. Look at the ripples there where we had to bend it to get it up the stairs. This stuff stretches like crazy, so I'm not worried about that at all. I'm sure it's gonna come right on out. But anyway, we got this folded. As soon as we get a stretch crossways here, then we can cut it and let it go all the way back. I allowed myself plenty right there, about 2 inches there. See, maybe even more, maybe even about 2.5 inches. But anyway, left us plenty there for stretching. And also right over here, I didn't cut it down. There's about maybe 3/4 of an inch there, and that being not as much as this, because this has 12, about 14 foot that way before it gets to the actual cut. So obviously there's going to be more movement there in the stretch than there is just a couple feet from where I'm stretching from. Plus, you can see how I got my stretcher set up there. I'll be pulling from that wall. I'm not going to tie it off. I'm simply going to fold the carpet down and pull it to right there, okay? Then once I get it tied off, then once I get this pulled tight from doing that, my hallway and stuff, then I'll tie that off and maybe get 1 or 2 more stretches to finish this out right here, okay? So therefore, this is not going to hardly have any movement at all when I do decide to stretch sideways after I get my long stretch right there. Just for the simple fact that it's going to be tied off all the way to about right there. So it's literally going to be right by the right by the tie point. So it's probably not going to move hardly any at all. But anyway, this room is almost square. The actual square center of this room is, anyway, not counting the dog leg there or the little dog leg here. The actual square of this is about a 14 by 14 or something like that. So I think I cut my fill piece over there 2'3", and you can see about what I got up on the wall there. So it's just about 2 foot from the wall there, but I got a couple inches here too, 2 3/4 inches to be exact. You see where I cut there to straighten it, and right down there I cut to where I could get it straightened. I cut to the edge of the backing, and 2 3/4 is what that was. But anyway, I'll run over this stretch pattern tomorrow in greater detail. You can see how tight this corner is right there. It's actually got just a wee bit of a pucker right there, because I did, before I made my hallway seam right there, before I made my hallway seam right there, I took my kneeless, see that, my kneeless stretcher, and I started in the center, stretch, and then I came one back this direction of the center, and then stretch. I done that because my first pull has not got nothing secured, so it just pushes a huge bubble up here. The second and third tie off, it's getting more and more, so the bubble gets less and less. That's why when I turn around, I start back and I'll go over what I already stretched the first time or two, and then go back that way, because now it's got tension on it, and now it's got some pressure. It's not going to move near as easy as it just been completely laying there. All right. And thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Daily Grind. Until tomorrow, FBSB's out.